Hi, grade twos. Good morning. Today we're going to talk a little bit about estimating. This is something that you've probably been doing in math in kindergarten and grade one, and it's also probably something that you do lots in your day-to-day life that you don't really even realize that you're doing. So, estimating is basically making a guess about something that has to do with some kind of number, okay? The thing with estimating though, what makes it different from just being a guess and being an estimation is that we use information that we already know to make it an educated guess, okay? So something that makes sense. So, for example, I've got this pencil box here full of cool stuff, okay? So I'm going to use what I know to estimate how many things are inside the pencil box, okay? So I know that it's just a normal sized pencil box. There can't be 300 things inside of it because it just wouldn't fit, okay? I also can see some things. I know that there's more than one thing in there. There's more than two. So I know that my number needs to be more than one or two, but probably less than 300, okay? So when we estimate something, we take the information that we know and we put it together in our brains to make a guess that makes sense, all right? That's the first most important thing about estimation. The second important thing about estimation is that it doesn't matter if you're wrong, okay? I'm going to say that again. It doesn't matter if you're wrong. In fact, when I take a look at your estimation work that you're going to do for me, if every single thing that you estimate ends up being the actual number, I'm going to assume that you didn't actually estimate, okay? So it's really important that we let ourselves be wrong when we estimate because then we can learn from our incorrect answer. So we can decide, oh, was that too much or too less, or sorry, too little? How could I have made this a better guess? All right, does that make sense? So throughout the school year in grade two, we've done a little bit of estimating already. So we did some estimating when we did the Great Pumpkin Race because we estimated how long it was going to take us to complete the race. When we built our boats in science, we did some estimating because we estimated how many marbles it would take to sink our boat. So this shouldn't be brand new to you, but it is something that's really good to practice because as we get older and smarter and our brains start to develop, then we just need to get better at it, okay? So some real life things that adults use estimation for is things like how long it's going to take to drive somewhere, all right? So we take the information that we know and then we use it to make an educated guess or an estimation. So for example, I know that it takes me 30 minutes to drive from my house to Spring Glen Elementary. That's how long it takes. So when the weather is bad, I make an estimation. So I look outside, I see how much snow there is, I check online, see if the roads have been plowed, that kind of thing. And I say, okay, I estimate that it's going to take me an extra 10 minutes to get to work today. So therefore I'm going to leave an extra 10 minutes early. Make sense? We use estimation when we go to the grocery store. I estimate that we're going to need this much food to get us through the week, or I estimate that my grocery bill is going to cost this much money. Those are all real life examples of estimation. So here's what you're going to do to practice. So I tried to make your estimation activities a little bit more fun because it really can be kind of like a game. So these are all in your math workbook. The first one is your estimation scavenger hunt. So this is, I want you to look at items around your house and you're going to try and estimate. All right, easy peasy. So like I used the example of the pencil box, I would pick up the pencil box, I would write object, I'd write number of things in a pencil box or just pencil box, okay? My estimate, so I'm going to take a look at it. I think that there are 10 things in this pencil box, okay? So I would write 10 and then I would count them and give my actual. I don't actually know how many are in there. Not going to make you guys watch me count them, okay? So that'd be one example. Maybe I could get Emma to put a bunch of toys or figurines into a basket. We can estimate how many there are and then count them. So you're going to fill out that chart. All right, that's your first one. Then we've got another one that's just a little bit more specific. So this actually tells you things to do. So how many words on the page of a book, how many crayons in your pencil box, how many steps it'll take you to get from your kitchen table to your front door, Different colors are on the walls of your bedrooms. You can include posters, pictures, that kind of thing. Anyways, you can read through all of those and do them. So again, I want to see your estimation and then the actual number. All right. Cannot stress this enough. I don't want your numbers to be exactly the same. If your actual number is not right, and it isn't your estimate, I don't want you to get upset. I don't want you to be sad that you got it wrong, because that's what we do in estimating, is that we learn from it. Do not erase your estimate and make it match your actual number. Okay? I should see a difference between your estimation and the actual answer. So that's page number 2. Then we've got 2 of these guys here. So there's a picture of a snowman and then a picture of a bear. And so it says fingerprints and on the snowman. You can use finger paints, you can use bingo dabbers, you can use cotton balls, you can use pom-poms, you can use rocks, I don't care. Rip it out of your book and just estimate how many it's going to take to cover your snowman. Do the little craft and then give me your actual answer. Now, of course, because an estimation is based on what we know, it will be different depending on how much of your snowman you decide to cover. I've had kids that have only covered his body. I've had kids that cover his head, his arms, and his body. I've had kids that have put the things like right super close together. I've had some put it right far apart from each other. So decide how you're going to do it first, because that's the information that's going to help you make an estimate about what your answer is going to be. And then same kind of idea for our bear here. All right, so I'd like you to do both of those, and that is all. So for those 4 pages is what I'm looking for our estimation project. So parents, I hope that you have fun with this one. It's meant to be a little bit more independent and a little bit more fun and engaging for the kids. So enjoy. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.